the labyrinth. A place shrouded in mystery and enigma, where the very air seems to hum with secrets long forgotten, a whisper in the dead of night. The wind carries tales of its dark corridors, tales that send shivers down the spine of those who dare to listen, a legend whispered from generation to generation, a place of fear, a place of wonder. The labyrinth is a paradox, a place where dread and curiosity intertwine. Some say it is a myth, others a warning. Around campfires, stories are told of those who ventured in, never to return, their fates sealed by the labyrinth's dark embrace. It is a physical manifestation of chaos. Its walls shift and change, a living entity that confounds and confuses, a place where reality bends, where time itself folds. The labyrinth is ancient, its pathways twist and turn, leading to places unknown, defying the very laws of nature. Its origins are lost to time. The stones whisper of an age long past, of builders whose names have been erased from history. Some say it was built by a forgotten civilization, a people who understood the secrets of the earth and the stars, who carved their knowledge into the very fabric of the labyrinth. Others by beings not of this world, creatures from the stars, whose technology and magic are beyond our comprehension. The walls are made of smooth, black obsidian. They glisten in the dim light, a stark contrast to the wild nature that surrounds them. They are cold to the touch, an unnatural chill that seeps into the bones, a reminder of the labyrinth's otherworldly origins. They seem to absorb the light. The darkness within the labyrinth is not just an absence of light, but a presence, a living shadow that consumes all. The air within the labyrinth is heavy. It clings to the skin, thick with the weight of centuries of secrets. It is thick with the scent of ozone and decay. It is oppressive. The very atmosphere seems to press down, a tangible force that weighs on the mind and soul. It weighs on the mind. The longer one stays within, the more the labyrinth's presence seeps into their thoughts, twisting and turning them. Many have entered the labyrinth, few have returned. Those who do speak of a place that defies description, a place that changes them forever. Those who do are forever changed. They carry with them the mark of the labyrinth, a shadow in their eyes, a whisper in their soul. They have looked into the abyss. They have seen the heart of the labyrinth, a place where reality and nightmare intertwine, and the abyss has looked back. The labyrinth is not just a place, but a presence, a living entity that watches, waits, and whispers. Elara was a scholar. She had spent her life studying ancient texts. She was searching for truth. She was searching for meaning. Her family had a connection to the labyrinth, a legacy passed down through generations, a responsibility.
My great-grandfather entered the labyrinth. He never returned. His journals were all that remained. They are filled with cryptic notes and strange diagrams. They hint at the labyrinth's true nature. They speak of a power beyond human comprehension.
Elara was drawn to the labyrinth. She felt a pull, a sense of destiny. She knew it was dangerous. She knew the risks, but she could not resist. She had to see it for herself. She had to know the truth. The invitation came on the eve of Elara's 25th birthday. She had been expecting something extraordinary, but nothing could have prepared her for what she found. It was a plain envelope, sealed with wax, no return address. The simplicity of it was almost eerie, as if it held secrets too profound for ornate designs. Inside, a single sheet of parchment. The texture was rough, ancient, as though it had been waiting for centuries to be read, an inscription in an ancient language. The symbols seemed to dance on the page, alive with a magic of their own. Elara recognized it from her studies. She had spent years poring over ancient texts, learning the language of the labyrinth's builders. The language of the labyrinth's builders, a civilization long lost to time, but whose secrets still whispered through the ages.
The inscription is an invitation, a challenge. It beckoned her to prove her worth, to unlock the mysteries that had eluded so many before her. A summons to the heart of the labyrinth. The path was treacherous, shrouded in darkness and mystery. It speaks of a test, a trial by fire. Only the bravest and the most determined could hope to succeed. It promises knowledge and power beyond imagining, the kind of power that could change the course of history. It also warns of the price. The dangers were real and the cost of failure was high.
Elara felt a chill run down her spine. Fear warred with excitement. She had always known this day would come, but now that it was here, the reality was overwhelming. She knew the dangers. She had read the stories, tales of those who had tried and failed, their names lost to history. But she also knew her destiny. This was her moment, her chance to step into the legacy that had been waiting for her. This was her birthright, her chance to unravel the secrets of her family's past, to uncover the truths that had been hidden for generations, and to forge her own path in the annals of history. Elara stood before the labyrinth's entrance. The air was thick with anticipation. The stone archway seemed to pulse with an unseen energy. Taking a deep breath, she stepped inside. The world shifted. The path behind her disappeared. The walls seemed to move, to breathe. The air grew colder. The silence was absolute. Elara was alone. The labyrinth was alive. It was a living entity, a being of ancient power. Fear threatened to consume her.
But I pushed it down. I have come too far to turn back. I will face the labyrinth's challenges. I will find the truth, no matter the cost.
Section 5. The Riddle of Sisyphus. The labyrinth tested Elara. It was a maze of endless corridors and deceptive turns, each path more confusing than the last. It played with her mind, twisting reality and illusion until she could no longer tell them apart. It confronted her with her deepest fears, bringing to life the shadows that lurked in the corners of her mind. It forced her to face her own mortality, to question the very essence of her existence and the fragility of life.
One challenge stood out, a test of patience, a test of will. It was a trial that demanded more than just physical strength.
A chasm split the path, a bottomless abyss that seemed to stretch into infinity, swallowing all light and hope. The only way across was a narrow bridge, barely wide enough for a single step. It swayed precariously in the wind, each gust threatening to throw her into the abyss below. It was a test of faith, a challenge to trust in herself and the path she had chosen, a leap into the unknown where every step could be her last.
Elara hesitated. Doubt gnawed at her, whispering fears of failure and defeat. But she knew she had to go on. She had come too far to turn back now. Taking a deep breath, she stepped onto the bridge, feeling the wood creak beneath her feet.
It groaned under her weight, each step a reminder of the fragility of her path. The wind howled around her, a relentless force that sought to unbalance her, but she did not falter. Her resolve was stronger than the storm. She reached the other side, her heart pounding with relief and triumph. The bridge vanished behind her, a symbol of the trials she had overcome and the strength she had found within herself. Finally, Elara reached the center of the labyrinth. It was a circular chamber, bathed in an eerie green light. In the center stood a pedestal. Upon it rested a crystal sphere. It pulsed with energy.
This is it, the heart of the labyrinth, the source of its power.
Elara could feel the energy radiating from the sphere. It was ancient. It was powerful. It was intoxicating. As Elara reached out to touch the sphere, a figure materialized before her. A woman, tall and regal, with eyes glowing with an unnatural light.
I am the guardian of the labyrinth, the keeper of its secrets.
The guardian spoke. Her voice echoed through the chamber. She told Elara the labyrinth's true purpose. It was not a prison, it was a test, a trial by fire. Only those who were worthy could reach the center.
You have a choice, Elara. Claim the labyrinth's power for yourself, or walk away. The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
The power, it's so tempting. With it, I could change the world. But at what cost? I've seen the labyrinth's true nature. I know the risks. I know the price.
Elara made her choice. She would not claim the labyrinth's power. She would not repeat the mistakes of the past. She would walk away.
I choose to walk away.
The guardian nodded. She understood. The labyrinth began to shift. The walls pulsed. The air crackled with energy. Elara closed her eyes. She embraced the unknown. When she opened her eyes again, she was outside. The labyrinth was gone. Elara had changed. The labyrinth had tested her. It had broken her. But it had also made her stronger. She had faced her fears. She had overcome her doubts. She had found her truth. The labyrinth's embrace had changed her forever.